Hello, welcome to the Rauta. This is a Danish in the band in the making. Okay, let's just welcome to Rauta, and today we have a Danish, or actually Danish-American band here for review. This one is called Myrkri, with their second album called Drivende dødens æter. Pardon for my pronunciation. I'm not really a Danish guy. Anyway, here we have this booklet of this second album, roughly 30 minutes. As you can see, two guys, one of them being from United States doing vocals, and the other guy, Simon, from Denmark doing the rest. And here is the booklet with lyrics, some photos. And I don't know about you guys, but to me this is very, very much a kind of a 90s reminiscent thing. Danish northern black metal. Very, very traditional way to just say it all. Everything from design to logos, and the actual music is very, very 90s if you ask me. And we'll get into that after a bit. So here's the background of the jewel case, so let's just put these aside for a while when we tune for Myrkri's Metal Archive site. As you can see, international is here as their country of origin because of two guys here being the members, Simon Cardensen and Lane Chaplin. Lane is famous for some other bands as well, listed here in case you're wondering who the hell is this guy. And Simon, I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced in different countries. Here is listed only with Myrkri. Not only and only. I don't know if I can say only when this second album is actually pretty good. Founded in 2019, this is the second album in 2 years. Now, the first one actually totally went under the radar, so to speak, because, well, it was released as a kind of an independent release, so probably didn't have that big a print run. I don't know, just guessing, but luckily they landed with Wolfspell Records, so now there is kind of a more proper release, if you will. Well, at least this is proper release, so can't really complain about it. 5 tracks, it's listed here, but to be honest, this is different in... not different, but just I was just having some thought about it. Well, never mind. Maybe I had some mixed ideas. 5 tracks anyway, roughly 30 minutes, and it is once again the lineup and all that stuff. Obviously, you will find links here with Bandcamp and Facebook, and here you can actually listen to both of them, this being the latest one. So once again, if you're willing to buy it in digital format, you can get it here. And here are also combat disc options and other information. And once again, the cover image, which is also very, very 90s, which is kind of a black gray design. And, you know, these, I don't know what they're actually called, these decorations. But about the music, well, this is... First and foremost, this is kind of a fast tempo black metal. It's somewhat melodic, but not like those more, which are usually called as melodic black metal. I mean, think of bands such as Dissection, Dark Funeral, and the like. This is not as far. This is more kind of a grim and more lo-fi. That is obviously a production matter rather than the style of music, but I'm just trying to... explain it that while this has these melodics and quite catchy, in fact, which is a good thing, obviously, this is not in terms of so kind of a mainstream. This is not so mainstream appealing because, well, first of all, the sound is rather kind of a dusty, and it's kind of a dirty, and also those vocals are somewhat affected, kind of a distorted. And already those two elements are something that separate this from the more kind of a mainstreamish appeal. Also, the music is kind of a dirtier in style. While it is melodic and catchy at some points, in a good way. There is kind of a balance thing. So it's somewhat melodic, but somewhat not so melodic, being kind of a more grim and in general very, very 90s feeling with this album. And the atmosphere is quite dark, but also because this is pretty much all the way through rather fast pounding, it's kind of a, not exactly aggressive, but kind of intense. And I think these different ideas just blend in just nicely. And in my opinion, this is pretty good CD. At first I wasn't so convinced. I was like, okay, this is nice to listen to, but it's not really original. And the kind of a fluish sound. It's like a little bit kind of a dusted and all that stuff. I was like, okay, this is easy to listen to, easy to enjoy, but you know, it's not mind-blowing. Well, it's not maybe mind-blowing, but it's still very, very easy to enjoy. And to me, being this kind of a throwback feeling, it's kind of nice because it feels like I'm suddenly in, I don't know, 1997 or whatever. And it still doesn't feel like too, you know, something that I'm used to, too much I listen to. Maybe it's just because I haven't been listening to much of older stuff so much in a couple past years, but there's something that takes me back and still being very much of this today. So, I don't know. I think this is a great album. Not maybe great, but good album, definitely. Something that you should be taking a look at, especially if you are a fan of 1990s Nordic black metal. There's no excuse to skip it, in my opinion. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, well, definitely not because of the non-mainstream appeal, but something that is worthwhile listening. And should you like it, click and buy yourself a copy. This one totally deserves a physical version, or at least the digital one. Thank you for watching the review. See you soon. Take care.